AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Somebody gotta tell John Morant, come on, baby mama, get your shit together, man. Flea, your man John Morant's wilding. He got suspended, what, one game?
One game.
One game for, I guess, conduct detrimental to the team, however you pronounce that shit. Apparently, it was from him cursing out the coach, right? Or just not wanting to go back in. And he hasn't been performing like John Morant before. Last game, he was doing well, but it's been a little crazy for him to start the season. Insider reveals why John Morant hates playing for the Grizzlies head coach, Damien Lasalo. I'm going to hold back judgment. Questions surrounding John Morant and Grizzlies stars' future with his team have continued to be raised over the past several days. Now, recent reports have emerged implying that the friction or tension between Morant and the Grizzlies runs deeper than many presumed. Over the past few seasons, Morant has established an infamous reputation for himself, has been suspended multiple times for his off-court behavior. Fans had a hope for the Grizzlies to leave those in the past and enter this ongoing season with a positive mentality. John Morant is not on the same page with the Grizzlies coach. The Dallas Hoops Journal writer Ashish Mathur claims that Morant prefers the Grizzlies' previous coach, Taylor Jenkins, and hates playing for Lasalo. The Grizzlies' cornerstone has allegedly found an issue with Lasalo's short shift lineups and frequent substitutions. After all, decisions such as timeouts and substitutions have a huge role when leading to victory. So that's what led to Lasalo firing John Morant. Everybody has something to say, including our guy Carmelo Anthony. Let's tap in, as he would say.
You know how hard it is to go to work and some people want you there and other people don't want you there. I'm sure people go through this every day in life, right? This ain't nothing new. But when you in a basketball environment, when you're in a sporting environment,
spotlight's
not
different.
even a spotlight. When you're in a team environment, and you know coaches don't want you there, you know front office don't want you there, but they can't do nothing about it right now. That's a hard situation to be a part of. How can I come perform, right? How can I come perform when y'all don't even want me here?
Tough stuff.
That's Melo buckets on John Morant. How can I even perform here when y'all don't even want me here? That sounds like you're sleeping with a ghost, man. Like you're in a relationship. That sounds crazy to me. What's your reaction to the young man, John Morant, man? Not only he's acting a fool, but you see other players, you see Kenya Martin. I don't say blaming his father, but he wants to know what the relationship between the father and John Morant is, Team Morant and his son, John Morant. And Carmelo was saying, keeping it more, hey, I was a player once, I was a superstar player once. I've been there, done that, Flea. What you thinking about with everything?
Man, the John Morant situation is interesting, and it's been playing out in front of us for a couple of seasons now, right? This is not the first time he's been suspended. The league suspended him a couple of seasons ago for, again, conduct detrimental to the league, really, right? Not even to the team, but really to the league. Flashing guns, just being irresponsible. I think that marriage is over, right? To be honest with you, I think it's time that they go their separate ways. Now, on one hand, I do feel like there's a huge accountability that John Morant has to take on, right? There was the culture of the grit and grind before he got to Memphis. That kind of fizzled out. They draft him, and then he kind of reignites the city with who he is, the type of player he is. Electric, playing over the rim, an exciting guy to watch, especially at the guard position. But now it's just he doesn't give me the maturity level that you should have when the keys is handed over to you of a franchise. He doesn't seem responsible. He doesn't seem accountable. And the leadership qualities off the court are questionable, right? And that always starts, we always talk about the kids. It always, when we talk about kids misbehaving, right? And at school and bugging out, then you say, nah, it starts at home. It starts at home. I mean, let's keep it a buck, right? It starts at home. You got Team Morant on the sidelines all the time with a drink in his hand, right? He's the biggest cheerleader in the Grizzlies organization, right? He creates celebrity row. Ain't no fucking celebrities at the Grizzlies game but Team Morant, right? And he travels with the team. He's in every arena, lit, sunglasses on, rocked up, pause, with a cup in his hand, acting. He's got thrown out of games already. So there's like a lack of leadership already that starts at the crib. So now we're expecting Ja Morant to be this model citizen when there's a lack of daddying. You've never got daddy before. So how do you expect this grown kid to understand how to be a grown man? So I think at this point now, two things need to happen. He needs to grow up, number one, and number two, that relationship needs to change. He needs a new change of scenery. He's not going to elevate that Grizzlies team anymore. You can see they're wearing on each side the relationship between him and the relationship on the other side. They got rid of the coach, and if he loved the coach that much, he should have had say so in whether the coach was going to be gone or not. So I don't know if he signed off on that. I don't know if he was okay with that. Clearly he wasn't. But the organization clearly doesn't respect you enough to say, we're going to keep your guy because you're the future of our franchise. So they clearly don't think he's the future anymore. So let's move on.
You know what's funny? I was trying to think of a player that was in Ja Morant's circumstance, and I think for me, Kyrie came up. Just these culture guys. Allen Iverson came up. I think there really is something to the genius kind of players that you can't explain charisma. You just can't. Because Iverson was authentic in all of our minds. Kyrie was like authentically kind of just growing in real time, however he was expressing himself. And then John Morant is really Clarence from 8 Mile. I've heard the jokes already, but he's still, it doesn't come off like he still has a real swagger to him. Kyrie had a real swagger to him. Ant-Man is in the same kind of category where they can lead a culture. I don't and I think that it takes a certain kind of genius to pull that off. And we don't realize it. Sometimes it's like a lightning in a bottle. You can't explain it. They can't even explain it. He's like, I'm just being me. That's what it feels like. And I just think he has to learn how to just be fake for the public for a second. You can't all this. What are you gonna do? What are you really doing out here?
But
Like,
is it really fake? But is it really fake though? He went to private school. His name is Demetrius. Like, he's a young man from the suburbs. He's not.
no. But
He didn't
see,
grow. He didn't grow up shooting guns and being outside. He just got locks. He just started growing his hair as an adult. Like, why are we talking about this young man
so
like
he, so
from
he's
that
six- so
life?
he's Ja. This oh that sounds crazy. He's Ja 69.
Nah, for real though. Why are we acting like this young man? It's what he's putting on right now is a persona, in my opinion. Who he really is the button-up kid. Both him
So
and his
so
dad.
is
They got a couple of
so is
dollars and now they bugging.
so is AI. So is Kyrie. Theirs just wasn't fake. He's like there's a bunch of rappers. I'm the biggest Pac fan in the world, bro. He was authentically pulling off some bullshit. Nobody did it better. Like this guy was really lying. And then he said, yo, I'm gonna go all out, fuck it, and die over this. Now, until John Morant is willing to die over this shit, I'm not really gonna. That's been going too far for me because I don't like what Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp said. Yo, I know some real gangsters and he's not a real gangster. Shut up. You're not a gangster. Who
Gangster.
cares? The kid, this is what got him to the Nike deal. This is what got him to the leading to the Memphis Grizzlies was the second seed. They won't like you can't. It's like with the Kanye thing too. It's hard to tell somebody who's built like this and took it all the way to this level with that engine. It's hard to tell him that he's wrong. And Ja has to learn that on his own. But what I mean by fake is if you really feel like doing that and this is happening, you need to revamp, bro, because you could blow it all. Like I didn't think about it until you just said, "Yo, if you really wanted that, coach, they took that away from you for a reason. Like they're showing you you have no pull around here, really. Keep it up. We're just looking for the right trade, which looks like I don't even know. Where would you like to see him go, Flea?
A couple teams come to mind. Like I said, he looks like a guy that could fit in that Miami culture. Miami's the first team that comes to mind.
Hold on. And he's gonna be a fake Sapase?
No, what I'm saying is, no, what I'm saying is, if he goes down to Miami, right, there's always this back and forth conversation if there's really a culture in Miami, if there's really a culture. And I just saw Jason Williams talking, and Jason Williams confirmed that like there's a real culture there, right? How we always hear Pat Beverly talk about I learned how to be a pro in Miami. Jason Williams, we just heard Jason Williams talking about and giving credit to how much structure was there in Miami that helped him and obviously become a champion there in Miami. So I just think, this could be Pat Riley's kind of last hoorah before he goes out into the sunset and going to getting Ja Morant, kind of turning that situation around, bringing him into Miami, resetting the foundation of who he is as a basketball player, and kind of cleaning up the image and putting him with a world class organization, right? No matter what you want to say about him, the Miami Heat are considered the upper echelon in terms of franchises in the league. So my first thought is him headed over there to Miami. I mean, yeah, first thought. Second thought is Milwaukee. Obviously, having a lead guard is necessary in today's NBA. Milwaukee's a little different, right? How they're structured right now, from what I'm seeing is they're going to be in the hunt. They're like Giannis is the what do we want to call it? The Saturn, and it has the rings, and like Giannis is the center, and he has all of these rings around him with all these kind of players that play defense, hit shots, and just play their role. But he's the what do they call that? The orbit? Is that the orbit? Like the middle, the center, the whatever the word is, right? But it's that he's that guy, and everybody's around him, and they got something good. That Damian Lillard thing didn't work out, so it gives me cause to pause. Do they need like a heavy ball dominant guard to be over there with him? So Milwaukee is a thought, and then Boston for real. You trade him for Jaylen Brown. I like the idea of it.
Basketball wise.
Yeah, you broke the team down already. You've hit the pinnacle of what you're gonna do with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, which is win a championship. But I don't know if you're gonna be in that position to win multiple championships building around those two guys again, like doing it again. The league is a little different now. There's a lot of good teams. That whole the East is weak shit. We need to rethink that. People might have, even ourselves, we kind of jumped out the window with that after watching this first 10 or so games. The East ain't weak. There's a lot of teams that are going to be around in the mix. So those three teams first come to mind. I don't see him getting traded in the Western Conference. I highly doubt
Um, as you were talking, I did hear this rumor. I didn't make it up. I read it somewhere on Twitter, probably. The Sacramento Kings make the most sense. That's what they
it.
should run on test too from the Pacers. As a basketball fan, we don't want to see it, but where else is a guy like that gonna go? I hate to say he's a lost cause, but it would take a life-changing ayahuasca trip revelation for this dude to really take basketball seriously like that. And ain't no disrespect to him, but just play ball, bro. That's the only thing we always talk about on here. Like everybody else can comment on his pops and we can do it too. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who's talking to him. He has to sit there and go, I just want to ball out, bro. Iverson said practice. Not the game that I love. Like just people overlook what Iverson was saying. Not saying he was all the way correct, and I know
Right.
the moment, but just the
Yo,
fact, not the game that I love. I'm always gonna play that. There's nothing you can do to stop me from getting in that game. And I think John Morant doesn't have that part of it. And I don't know if he's gonna. Miami sounds like a good plan, but I don't know.
but the best ayahuasca places are in Florida, man. I heard they got the best ayahuasca places down in Florida, word to mother. So, I mean, kill two birds with one stone, right? And recenter yourself, right? Have a nice ayahuasca trip, no pun intended. And, you know what I mean? Go down there, get in Miami, get some of that good sunshine, get some of that good weather. You know what I mean? Some of that heat. You in the hood. You in Memphis. Memphis nasty, bro. I've been to Memphis a few times. It's nasty. It's not the flyest place. Bill Street doo-doo. Like, it ain't the flyest place. They got my man Martin out of here. That's where Martin got. They've been killing folks for years in Memphis. Lorraine Motel is beautiful. But that's where they got our son MLK out of here. Like, get Memphis the fuck out of here, man. Like,
Well,
there's
you
nothing
mentioned
exciting
Florida.
about that season. There's nothing exciting about that city.
Dang, not even Elvis.
Memphis people not gonna like me for saying that, but it's the truth. What's out there?
I heard nothing
Nothing.
but great things.
I had a good
I
time.
want to see.
Go get drunk. Big booty white women. We call them the husky whites.
I thought we call them hogs.
Y'all call them that. We call them the husky whites. Husky ones.
How do I transition?
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.